Robbie Thompson, Dennis Hopeless, Eduardo Pansica, Julio Ferrara, and Dexter Soy send the squad back into the multiverse to battle the Retaliators in order to prove that the squad has what it takes to fulfill their final mission. Robbie Thompson and Dennis Hopeless return us to the multiverse as the squad versus the Avengers in a battle to the death that also continues moving forward the large-scale story at play, as well as Waller's endgame, which we know is to invade Earth 3. Robbie and Dennis had a lot of moving pieces this issue to deal with, from the big squad battle to Bloodsport fighting Peacemaker over who will join which team, and Dr. Rodriguez beginning to get skittish while waiting to escape, and Rick Flag getting ready to launch his side of the plan. While reading the issue, not once did I feel like it was all too much or there was too much story going on and everything felt like it was lacking, and never felt any of that sort of stuff. I think the only real problem I had with the issue was that we never actually saw the outcome to the Bloodsport and Peacemaker fight, but we do know that Bloodsport ends up joining Rick's team, and I imagine in the next issue or in an issue coming up we'll learn just what Peacemaker said to him in their final page on this issue, and I imagine it was probably something pretty big. Apart from that, it flowed really nicely, and I like that we are heading towards a really large scale ending between the Suicide Squads, and we know it is because we've got the big Earth 3 event happening very soon. Eduardo Pansica, Julio Ferrara, and Dexter Soy continue their big spectacle action this issue, with the Retaliators making their return, as well as the new team, the Thunder Strikes, who are obviously meant to be the Thunderbolts, hence the name Thunder Strikes. It's like Thunderbolts. I loved all of their designs and how it really was just a mishmash of Marvel and DC characters, from the Man-Thing, Swamp Thing guy to the Red Hulk guy, and even a guy who was a satire on the 90s pouch phase where he's just covered in pouches, and it's just a fantastic little visual gag. Suicide Squad issue 11 was another fun action heavy issue with a lot of plates spinning as we enter the third act of Waller's grand plans for the Suicide Squad. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Suicide Squad issue 11 finds Bloodsport blowing his way through robots, thinking about the squad are so busy fighting each other that they can't see what's right in front of them, that Waller is slipping and she is so focused on her goal that details are being lost in the shuffle and it's time for the perfect escape. He blows through all of the robots as Peacemaker asks him what took the assassin so long. He knows that thanks to Ultraman blasting him on Earth 3, Bloodsport no longer has the bomb in his head, so why is Bloodsport still working for Waller? Waller meanwhile tells Dr. Rodriguez that she has 3 hours to do her work, as Yorick is more than happy to work under duress, knowing that pain is a motivation and a source of warmth and comfort to him. Waller leaves, reminding them that they have 3 hours to their deadline, as Yorick tells Rodriguez that he is ready for his punishment. The doctor contacts Flag, telling him that Waller is onto them and he needs to strike now, but Rick tells her to be patient and be ready, cutting off the angry woman as Mirror Master wonders if it's wise to just sit there and wait to die, asking where Peacemaker is. Flag tells him that Peacemaker is off getting the big gun as Bloodsport demands Chris get out of his way. Peacemaker drops his weapon, thinking that they should do this the old-fashioned way with their fists, and if he wins, Bloodsport will come with him to Rick's team, and if Bloodsport wins, then he gets to kill Peacemaker. As the two killers fight, Rodriguez brings Calibra an injection, just as a precaution for when things turn south. She asks if they have talked with Flag, assuring Talon that the room is clean. Williams says that Flag told them to stand down and wait, but Rodriguez knows he's wrong, wanting to move right now. Calibra tries to stay out of it, so Talon gives the doctor a knife, telling her to kill herself if anyone sees her and catches her. Major Force meanwhile hopes that Siren still isn't mad at him, but the woman wishes that he would just die a slow death. Match and Noctura interrupt the pissing contest, knowing that it might actually be worth killing Major Force, even if it means Waller will blow her to bits. Match stops them, reminding them of their mission, as later the team is briefed by Waller, who has one final mission for the squad, reminding Nocturna not to touch any of the assets, otherwise she will detonate the bomb in her head. Ambushbug is worried since Waller said that this was their last mission, hoping that they don't get cancelled since he pre-ordered the next handful of issues. Major Force asks where Bloodsport is, but Waller tells him that's none of his concern, demanding he focus on Earth 8. Match asks why they are going to Earth 8, but Waller reminds him they are bad guys, so they can figure it out themselves. The team are teleported to Earth 8, finding themselves in a gold-filled bank vault. Match smashes them a hole in the wall to escape, knowing that Waller didn't send them there to steal, she sent them there to be caught as the Retaliators arrive, confronting the villains for robbing the bank. Ambush Bug knows it's not as cool as the Amalgam comics, but this should be fun as American Crusader battles match. Bloodsport meanwhile asks Peacemaker why he turned his back on Waller, but the assassin only says that when he was sent into the swamp to capture Swamp Thing, he was set free, not just from Waller but himself, and he lost everything, leading to him believing that peace was the only answer the world needed, and one that would help him with his pain, but there is always another war, another bad guy, or another Waller, and the pain was all there, and none of them will be free without Waller out of the picture. Bloodsport says he can't help Peacemaker, telling him that Waller has his brothers from every Earth in the multiverse. The squad meanwhile smash their way through the Retaliators as Waller reveals to them that this is an audition, since where they are going they need to fight without mercy, the same mercy they have been showing this whole time, and if they want to get off that Earth intact, they need to show her what no mercy looks like. Calibra stops Talon from killing Behemoth as Match stops Major Force from dismembering Red Dragon. Parker tells Waller that the squad aren't killers except for Major Force and Talon as Flag tries to contact Peacemaker. Lord knows that he wasn't up to the task and he should have been sent in Peacemaker's place, but Rick shuts the Kryptonian up, telling him to wait as Rodriguez tries to escape the facility, hoping that no one sees or kills her. Bloodsport meanwhile smashes Peacemaker's helmet off, telling Chris that Waller has contingency plans for them all, and while she doesn't know the bomb in his head is gone, she does know that about the bombs she planted in all his multiversal brothers. He conjures up one of his guns, telling Peacemaker that he's not the only one who's lost everything, and while Waller can't bring back his real Earth Zero brother, she can kill his multiversal versions and wipe them from existence. Chris tells the man that he has won, wanting to ask him one final thing before he pulls the trigger. Major Force meanwhile punches Match in the face, deciding that he will kill him instead of the heroes. Nocturna tries to use her powers on the Major, but they don't work, with Major Force revealing that Waller made sure he could not be burned by her power. Major Force grabs Machine Head, crushing his head and exploding him and melting Wonder Jin's axe, breaking the god's arm as he tells Calibra that he's just getting started. The villain turns his power onto Purple Rain, obliterating the witch, but not before she is able to teleport the surviving Retaliators away from the battle. Ambush Bug thinks that they are safe, but a voice says that they are far from safe, knowing that the Retaliators are the good guys and they send the bad guys to do their dirty work. The villain team, the Lightning Strikes, arrive as Ambush Bug comments about the writer really working through some things at this moment, hoping us readers enjoy the rest of the issue and that we avenge him in the next issue. Waller knows this is what she's been waiting for as her base is alerted to an intruder, with Parker finding that none of their security systems are working. Waller is impressed that it was less than 3 hours as out in the ocean near the island comes Rick Flag and his Suicide Squad.